Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today to another edition of NASCAR Heat 5 Championship Mode Full Race Live Stream. First and foremost, subscribe to the channel for more daily NASCAR content as we are about to get in store for a wild one here today. It is the Firecracker 250 at Daytona for the NASCAR Xfinity Series side of things. We do these full race live streams with a realistic broadcast on the dailies. I start my young broadcasting career, so again, that is why you need to hit that subscribe button. But now we're about to get into qualifying for today's race. Pretty simple, 2 laps around Daytona. See where Dale Jr. will qualify as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. Just a couple more races left until then for the Xfinity Series side of things. We had an epic race last night in the Coke 600, the Coke 400 at Daytona for the Cup Series side. The final race of the regular season there. Put on a pretty good show. Ryan Blaney was able to get his 10th win of the season. It was a fun race, definitely one to go back and worth watching. But here today, we are going to have to wait and see what will be in store. Junior gets up to speed on his qualifying lap. We know he knows how to win here at Daytona. Remember back in the early 2010s when he ran the 3 car in the Xfinity Series, then known as Nationwide Series, for a one-off show there, and came out and won the race. Darren Dill, welcome to the stream. Junior's going to run the outside here on lap 1, then lap 2 is going to be ran on the inside line. He's just trying to go the longest way around the track right now on lap 1 so he can try to build up as much speed as he can come lap 2. Then he's going to dive to the bottom, which would be the shortest and quickest way around. Ooh, about brushed the wall there off of turn 2. Car got a little loose. Saw crazy 3 and 4 wide action throughout most of last night's race. Always seem to put on a show on the channel no matter what game it is when it comes to these super speedway races. So coming to the start-finish line, it's going to be a slow lap 1, but lap 2, he's going to look to pick up the pace now as he goes closer to that double yellow line at the bottom of the racetrack. That little mistake off of turn 2 is probably going to scrub a little bit of speed off, even though it was lap 1. That wasn't a clean first lap, that's for sure. Doing pretty good today, Darren. Thanks for asking. Another quiet day. Not a lot going on. So down to the start-finish line. A 47.838 will be 33rd on the grid for the start of today's race. A lot better than what you saw from Blaney in qualifying yesterday in the Cup race. Granted, there's only 36 cars on the field, but still better. Your pole sitter for tonight's race is going to be Justin Allgaier, Dale Jr.'s teammate. Brandon Jones will be outside pole in 2nd place. No, not at all. Not at all. All right, here we go. Looks like we have at least one driver dropping to the rear of the field for the start. That will move Dale Jr. up to 32nd. We'll take you through today's notes leading up to the race. Brandon Jones will be starting at the rear, giving up a good qualifying effort, and Justin Allgaier, again, as mentioned, on the pole for today's race. Jones is supposed to start 2nd, so you'd have to assume he's got some pretty good short-run speed in the car. Green flag in the air. We are underway at Daytona for the Firecracker 250. Only 100 laps here tonight to try and find a victor. We'll just have to wait and see who that's going to be. Already some blocking going on at the back of the pack. Junior did not get a very good initial start there as Allgaier leads the field off of turn 2 down the back straightaway now. That was a big crossover into the middle lane. Now back down to the bottom goes Landon Castle in the 89. That really stalled out the 47, put him in the sucker hole in the middle. Allgaier is going to lead lap 1 here at Daytona. Again, just only 100 laps here today. First of 2 races of a doubleheader Thursday. The next race will be a little bit later tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be running the Xfinity Series at Darlington, a 200-mile event there. Big shot. Single file line out inside the top 4, now 5 cars. Outside starting to fade back a little bit. Jockeying for position a little further up ahead between Garrett Smithley and I believe the car in front of him. Can't tell exactly who that is from back here. It looks like it might be Ryan Seek, but I could be wrong on that. Might be Alex Obey in the 36. Blue and white car. Looks like they want to go back to the outside, but they realize how far it's already starting to fade. And no, it's Josh Williams in the 92. And he does move to the outside now, in between a couple cars. Still 3 wide mid-pack. Outside's fading near the wall of Tommy Joe Martins and David Starr. Balicki pulls up in between those two in the 99. Allgaier's going to lead the first 3 laps of the race now at the line. Only 30 laps here in stage number 1. Another 30 laps in stage 2. And the final stage will be 40 laps for tonight's race. Darlington race not going to be very long. Again, only 200 miles, so I believe the laps is 147. 147 laps set for tonight. About 1.5 miles racetrack, so it's not going to be a long race at all. That's why the later start time is going to work out, and we will have a doubleheader because this race is going to fly by as well, especially if we don't get a lot of cautions. Now, we did see 7 cautions in last night's race, the Coke Zero 400. We did not have the big one, though. Can we go 2 for 2 with that being the case? We'll have to wait and see. Howard got a little loose. Junior tried to slide under him. Now he's got help from his teammate, Daniel Henrik. There's a few not JGR cars, but Dale Junior Motorsport cars. Junior himself, Daniel Henrik, Michael Lynette, all bunched together inside the top 20. Big jump to the inside, 3 wide. Still 3 wide through the tri-oval. That's the tightest area of the racetrack to go 3 wide around this racetrack, is right in the tri-oval. The cars tend to get really light through that area of the racetrack with there being not as much banking and still running these high speeds when it comes to restrictor plate racing at Daytona. They made it through there. Oh, a bunch of cars just shifted the outside down the back straightaway. We got trouble already. There's a car smoking down the back stretch going into turn 3. Caution's going to wave. Heavy smoke rolling out of the back of whoever's in 5th place right now. Tough to tell exactly who that is. It's a blue car. Might be Austin Hill in the 61. I'm not entirely sure. And that is the first caution of the day on lap 6. Yeah, again, we got the win with Ryan Blaney last night in the Coke Zero 400, so looking for the sweep of the weekend at Daytona. caution's out for the first time today. Everybody will be double file on the restart once again. This will get us a little bit closer to the end of stage 1. Green flag back in the air. And again, Junior does not take off on the restart, just like he did at the initial start. He's going to have to try to block the inside. Couldn't do it there. Had to let his teammate go by, and then he'll block beyond that point. And if he doesn't get it going here, that might separate the top 14 from the rest of the field. Still trying to get up to speed. Junior gets a big enough run. That second group's going to catch this first group in a hurry. Look at that run from Jesse Little. Similar situation as the Cup race last night. We could easily get a new winner tonight at Daytona to make the playoffs for somebody outside the top 12. Because again, 12 drivers make the Xfinity Series playoff field. Oh man, huge bump to the back, and Hemrick just about went around. Junior was going to go low, comes back across the track. A little bit more contact there with Jesse Little, and we stay green. Junior tried to push and bump draft Daniel Hemrick, and Hemrick just got really loose. That area into the tri-oval where we mentioned that cars can get very light, and that's where you can see the big one if we see one tonight. Big run now, 204 miles an hour down the back straightaway. In the Xfinity Series, that is ridiculously fast. Junior tried to help his teammate out there. He got really loose. Junior went down to the apron. It was about to cut the pit road to try and miss an accident, but then he had to come back on the racetrack because Hemrick saved it. And when he came back up the track, Jesse Little was there, and then they almost wrecked. Somehow we stay green. And again, the inside line, the preferred line in the early going of this race. A lot of the shifting's been going on down the back straightaway. It seems like that's where you get the cars going high, going low. Big run up the middle now. Junior again going to drop to the bottom. Alex LeBay going to follow him 3 wide underneath Austin Cindric. Oh, Cindric got loose. And he starts to go backwards. I think he almost made contact with the 78 of Vinnie Miller. And Junior in the top 10 for the first time tonight. Lap 13. Continuing to try and move forward. He's already locked up the regular season championship. Just looking for more playoff points with stage wins and a possible race win these final couple races of the regular season. Junior's all over the back of Justin Haley, who also knows how to win on these super speedways. Both in the Cup and Xfinity Series, but he is an Xfinity Series regular. Young driver in his early 20s. Junior's trying to push him. It doesn't seem like Junior's as fast when he is pushing another car, and I think that's the lack of the single car speed. Again, he qualified 33rd for today's race. And that might be showing when he's trying to push another driver like Justin Haley right now. And he's going to abandon Haley and go to the inside for himself. And he's getting a huge run on Matt Mills. Mills kind of shifted a little higher there with Ross Chastain. Junior trying to follow. Now he gets underneath of Mills. Chastain moves back down in front of him. Big run. Junior now to the outside of Chastain, trying to make a pass. Is he going to be able to complete it? And I think Briscoe saw the run Junior had. Oh, a little contact. Junior wasn't completely clear when he pulled down in front of Chastain. Chastain tried to check up, but didn't do it in time. And I'll tell you what, if that was the last 10 laps of the race, I don't think he would have checked up. You guys got to be careful going forward. You can see the aggression early on. Allgaier continues to lead. He has led every lap in this race up to this point. Three Junior Motorsports Chevrolets in the top 5. Gregson sitting in 3rd. Allgaier in the lead. Anthony Alfredo's actually in 2nd place. So there's actually 4 Chevys in the top 5. The only driver that's not a Chevy in the top 5 is that Ford of Briscoe, and now he's going to fade back. Big run, but now they go high. Junior's abandoned for the moment. He's still going to clear Briscoe. Great speed out of the 8 car. Now he gets underneath his teammate as well. Allgaier went high to try and help Gregson, and here comes Alfredo to the lead. Our first lead change of the race. Assuming Alfredo leads at the start-finish line. I don't think he's done yet. Allgaier's trying to fight back. I'm surprised Junior didn't go up there with his teammates. And Alfredo has cleared Justin Allgaier going into turn 1, and Alfredo has led his first lap of the night. Ross Chastain trying to give Dale Jr. a shot now. Off of turn 2. Big bump draft on the inside. Now the top 5 are all Chevrolets. Alfredo's getting quite a ways out there. Junior's trying to clear Allgaier. Now he has. Outside continues to go backwards as they have less and less cars, as now Gregson pulls down to the bottom behind Ross Chastain. Problem Child, welcome to the stream. Big run by Junior to the inside of Anthony Alfredo. He gave it up for just a moment. Big side draft by Junior on that left rear corner panel. It's a little bit harder to side draft in the Xfinity series compared to what you see in the Cup side of things. A lot smaller rear spoilers. Definitely plays into effect there, but it's still effective one way or another with the aerodynamics of these composite bodies. Chastain physically now trying to push Dale Jr. to the lead as Jr. tries to take that first lead for himself tonight, and he's got it in turns 3 and 4. Assuming he's going to lead at the line, it'll be his first lap led here tonight and our second lead change, 3rd different leader in the first 18 laps. Allgaier led about the first 14. Alfredo led the next 3, and Junior now in the lead, leading his first lap. We'll have to see how Allgaier is going to react now in traffic, as this is the first time he's been back there today, and Junior trying to control the lanes now. Again, these stages are really short in the Xfinity series, so we only have 11 laps to go this time by at the line in stage 1. Still a limit for tires in the Xfinity and Truck Series side of things. Don't forget that, but we likely won't be running into trouble, at least in this race at Daytona here today. Especially with the shortened stages. A little harder for these cars to get as big of a run as what you would see in the Cup Series as well, and Junior's really able to protect almost pretty easily, or about as easy as it could come by. Alfredo's just not able to get enough of a run on the outside right now. It's about as big of a run as he's got, but it wasn't quick enough. Very easy block there for Junior down the back straightaway, and again, that just stalls the inside out. And as they start to fade, as long as they stay bumper to bumper and in line, they have to side draft the cars on the inside to try and pull them back as they continue to get their momentum going forward. They're just not able to do a great job of that, at least with Alfredo at the front of that group. And you saw Allgaier kind of struggled as well as soon as he lost the lead. Saw Junior lead a lot of laps at Talladega earlier this season. Though he did not go on to win that race, Josh Bilicki went on to win. He dominated the first 2 stages. Once he got to the lead, he was tough to pass. You might see more of the same here tonight now that he is finally leading laps in this race. First time we were at Daytona this season for the Xfinity Series, it was the season opener. Dale Jr. led coming to the white flag. It was the last lap pass for the win from Tommy Joe Martins to clinch himself a playoff spot on the opening race of the season. Junior had the lead going into turn 3. The car got really tight, shoved up the track. They were 3 wide for the lead in the center of 3 and 4, with Martins taking the victory by inches at the start-finish line. Junior fell back to 5th. Oh, wow. Junior got way ahead of the pack off of turn 2. They're 3 wide. Matt Mills kind of shuffled the 21 car to the middle lane. Chastain pulls up in front of all three groups of cars now. And Ross Chastain's going to get a run on Junior. Junior got way out ahead of the pack. Almost too far. Andrew Hollenbach, welcome to the stream. Won your first cup race on career mode. Nice, nice. Not an easy feat, especially if you're early in the career mode. And don't have as much funding. Ethan, welcome to the stream as well. Indeed, Daytona Xfinity Series. It almost seems like the summer race at Daytona for the Xfinity Series over the last couple of years has been even more aggressive of driving throughout rather than the first race of the year. A lot of it, these guys have had races under their belts throughout the course of the season, becoming more prepared for the next time around. Plus, it's a shorter race by 50 miles, so there might be a little bit more sense of urgency as well. And again, Junior off of turn 2 kind of pulls the pack. Allgaier's locked bumpers with Anthony Alfredo, rather, and they're starting to get a run. Junior easily blocks it, and Alfredo still had Ross Chastain to his inside. So he wasn't able to take the run to the bottom and try to really get alongside Dale Jr. and pull him back with a side draft. Still side by side through the pack. Not a whole lot of three wide action. We have seen it periodically here tonight. Only 5.5 laps to go though in stage 1. And here comes the three wide action now. Michael Annett on that inside line had a huge run down the back straightaway with a push by the cars on the bottom, and now they're three wide. Off of turn 4, Austin Cindric is pushing Annett. As Junior tries to hold on out in front. No, I wouldn't be able to do that this week. If anything, I'd probably end up doing it as soon as we get done with the seasons on NASCAR Heat 5. Because there's just too much going on right now with trying to get these done. Especially as we're getting closer to the playoffs. The only series we're not in the playoffs yet is the Xfinity Series. Hence another reason why we're doing a doubleheader today. Middle lane just seems to really fade back when they're three wide, and that's something you also tend to see here at Daytona. Not as much nowadays, but still a similar concept. 4 laps to go, stage 1. Caution comes out now, the stage will come to an end. One driver's already out of the race. That was the driver that brought out the first caution of the day at lap 6. Blowing an engine going into turn number 3. Tommy Joe Martins looks like he's trying to start a third lane on the inside. Oh, Gregson pulls down in front of him. Seeing the run. Look at the space between the 21 and the one car on the inside. It's Ross Chastain still trying to push the 21 of Anthony Alfredo. Oh, Junior got a little tight there in the tri-oval. Big block, and that almost wrecked the one car. He tried to evade and go high for a second move, and he got really loose as the 22 then just wasn't hitting him square enough. Now the 22 gets shuffled out of line, and they're scrambling down the back straightaway for position. Noah Gregson's in the mix. Here comes Mike Harmon on the inside. Harmon's in the picture as well. They're 3 wide for second on back. Alfredo's got to run on the outside. Junior wants to go up and block. I don't know if he's going to be able to make the move. High off of turn 4. Contact with the 21 and the 8. White flag this time by. 1 lap to go in the stage. Junior almost lost the bottom now. A little contact with Harmon. And Anthony Alfredo has taken the race lead. Coming to the white flag, Noah Gregson is trying to push Dale Jr. now. Big run off of turn 2. Alfredo trying to block. And boy, did he ever. It's a big block by Alfredo. Jr. all over the back of the 21. Looks high. Alfredo is blocking the 8 of Jr. as they come off of turn 4 to the line. Green, white, checkered flag in the air. Junior looks low. No help. Anthony Alfredo wins stage 1 at Daytona. Stealing it in the last 2 laps. He had a massive push from Chastain. Junior was too busy blocking the 2 lanes on the bottom. Tried to block the outside. Wasn't clear. Had to let Alfredo go. And they survive stage 1 without the big one. Good win in stage 1 for Alfredo. And we're going to see our first pit stops of the day at the stage break. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. Or at least topping off on fuel. And the first set of tires going on the car as well. Here we go, green flag back in the air. Junior actually won the race off pit road. Alfredo's pit crew kind of let him down there, and that is going to allow Junior to get the head start on the bottom. And Alfredo quickly sucks to the back bumper of Dale Jr.'s car. So Junior's going to have to try it again. He failed late in stage 1. Oh, Michael Annette hung out to dry. The 21. And Alfredo had to shuffle himself back in line, but he loses a couple positions. He's behind the 10 and the 1 now. Chevrolet has dominated the race tonight. They're all full of the top 5 once again. You pretty much only saw Chevys at the front of the field as well at the end of stage 1, battling it out. Big bobble on the inside. Trey, welcome to the stream. Big run by Chastain. That was a late block, but it was good enough. Oh, contact! 21 in the 10. Both cars almost got stuck together going into 3. Luckily, they got off of each other by that time. Well, they both faded back, especially Alfredo. Annette continues to go backwards with not a lot of help in that 3rd lane on the outside. More jockey in position mid-pack, and here comes a newcomer, CJ McLaughlin, into the top 3. He looks high in front of the 10 of Chastain, and boy, McLaughlin's got a huge run on the top. And Junior able to check it out. Stalling the run. Chastain going to try to give him another push. Boy, Chastain has been a very good push car today, it seems like. He pushed the 21 of Alfredo to the stage 1 victory. run again. Here comes McLaughlin. Justin Haley trying to work himself back into the top 5. He's close. We know how good the 11 and the 10 car can be. Working as a team on these super speedways, Collie Racing as a whole, very good. And teamwork to get themselves to the front. Oh yeah, definitely heard that Johnson was going to Indy. Definitely have to watch more IndyCar next year. I watch a few races every year. Pretty much whenever NASCAR's not on simultaneously, I try to watch. But with him racing, for sure. A little more interested. Josh Bilicki working himself to the front. Remember, we already mentioned he won the last Super Speedway race at Talladega earlier this season. Junior, although leading a lot of laps both in the Daytona opener this season as well as Talladega, and if you want to include today as well, he has not won on a Super Speedway yet this season, like we know Dale Jr. knows how to do. The last Super Speedway of the season. Xfinity Series not running at Talladega in the playoffs. They weren't scheduled to in 2020. They haven't ran more than one race at Talladega up until this year, out of a win because of COVID. It looks like they're doing it again next year, if I remember correctly, on the 2021 schedule. Big run by the 9. Really got on that right rear corner panel, was able to side draft, and Ryan Sieg now pulls in line behind the 8. Junior went up to block him, and Sieg's like, all right, I'll just push you now. Was able to get to the bottom. Gregson gets hung out. He was able to lead the lap. And neck and neck now between the 8 car and the 9 car, side by side for the lead still. Junior has not cleared Noah Gregson. Brian Berwick, welcome to the stream. Oh, Johnson got loose in the tri-oval. Again, we've seen that with multiple cars today when getting bump drafted, and he definitely got loose when Sieg was trying to push in. I'm surprised Gregson didn't move down to the bottom. He had a huge opportunity to do it in front of Dale Jr. He did it, though. And again, Sieg with the push. Jr. barely able to hold clear of the 39. 51 hops back in line on the outside, and boy, Gregson strong out in front on the outside. He is the lead car the outside needs, it looks like. Again, Junior gets the bumper out in front. At the line, Gregson leads the lap. Junior trying to side draft him. Caution. Caution's out again. That is the second caution for incident today with 59 laps to go here at Daytona as we get even closer to the end now in Stage 2 as well. Diamond Jeff, welcome to the stream. Well, he's not running full-time, though, so he wouldn't be running for a championship, at least next year. But it looks like he's only going to be running the road courses. I know he's only running the road courses next season. He might run ovals the following year. We'll just have to wait and see. But as of right now, he's only running the road course races. And it doesn't look like he's going to run the Indy 500 next year from the sounds of it. Fortunately, I definitely wanted him to run that race, but Green flag back in the air. Gregson was in front at the time of the caution. So he will restart from the lead. Junior on the outside. 16 laps to go in stage 2. That's a pretty good battle for the lead before the caution came out. Look at Junior on the outside. That's probably his best restart so far today. He doesn't have a lot of help, though, from the 39, but he still clears the 9 of Noah Gregson. And, boy, Gregson checked up big time there, maybe letting his teammate in, who beat him through the gears. And Junior's got a huge lead off of turn 2. We get up to speed, that pack's going to run him right back down. Trying to break the draft down the back straightaway for the moment. Trying to minimize the amount of time they're going to gain on him. Junior holds the pack back. Loose off of turn 4, trying to keep the car down. Now Gregson goes high. Clements to the inside, and Clements has a giant run as Gregson is falling back. Clements stays on the inside line, not looking to make the move yet as we're halfway now through stage 2. And now Clements looks high. He's fading. Look at Gregson. 3 wide to the top to take over second place there from Gregson. Big run, and he's going to take the lead. Justin Allgaier right behind him. Junior Motorsports 1, 2, 3. That 9 car looks really, really strong tonight. Clements now trying to push Dale Jr. Almost a little contact between the 51 and the 7. Junior's got a big run down to the back of his teammate Noah Gregson. Down the back straightaway, looks low again. Big side draft down the back. Clements again with a push to the back of Junior. Junior to the lead, off of turn 4. He will clear Noah Gregson. Allgaier still staying high to try and help. The 7 and the 9 have really worked well together today as well. And he's giving him another push as Clements looked like he was going to try to clear Gregson, and he just couldn't quite do it. Clements looking for his first win of the season. He came pretty close at Road America a couple races ago, had a top 5 run there. Junior got tight and was just able to come back down and block the bottom. Chad Fincham into the top 5, work in the middle. Gregson shuffled to the outer line, 3 wide, but Gregson's made that outer line work when he's up there, trying to make it work again. And here comes Fincham. He's now in the outer lane. Big run on the bottom now, Balicki, and he moves up in front of Clements off of turn 2. Somehow Allgaier found his way to the inside. I don't even know how he got out of that mess. He was 3 wide high there off of turn 2, and he must have had a hole and a big run to get down to the inside. He's up to second now. And underneath of Josh Balicki in the 99 car, they are nearly 4 wide. So we go into the tri-oval once again. Look at the side drafting going on between the 13 and the 99. They're really close to one another. That is David Starr in the 6, by the way, that is pushing Justin Allgaier on the inside. Little bobble in the center of the corner there by Junior. Not a big enough of a run by either of the 2 outer lanes. Here comes Balicki now. He gets blocked off. 10 laps to go in stage number 2. We saw Alfredo win stage 1 with a pass coming to the white flag, and Dale Jr. was out in front at the time, led a lot of laps leading up to that point. He's leading a lot of laps again here in stage 2. That car just keeps jumping loose on him in the center of the corner, and that is why he keeps clipping the apron. Yes, we have not done that yet, Darren. I guess now would be a good time to start it for the first time tonight. So we'll alternate through the different camera angles for the first time here at Daytona. Justin Haley back into the middle lane again. Again, this is one of those tracks that we could see an upset winner. A lot of newcomers that were racing up front last night for the most part at Daytona in the Cup race, but it ended up coming down to the final 10 laps. We saw a lot of playoff drivers in the top 10. All of a sudden, they knew when the time was right to charge for the front of the field, and really outside of David Reagan, nobody else had a chance late to pull off the upset and sneak their way into the playoffs at the last second. We'll see if Fincham might be able to keep it going tonight. Now, Bilicki needs points. He has a win, but he's outside the top 20. Which you need to be in the top 20 to qualify for the Xfinity Series playoffs, even if you have a win. Unlike the Cup Series where it's the top 30. So a second win would definitely go a long way. Gregson's still sticking around in the top 10. They're nearly 4 wide going into 1. I thought Hemrick was going to make a move there for a second. About 3 to 4 rows back. Thought he was going to go underneath the 9, the 11, and I believe, trying to figure out who that is on the bottom. Oh, wow, Junior barely clear. On the 13, he checked up. Gave him room. Only 6 to go this time by. If this was the final 6 laps of the race, I don't think Fincham was going to check up. Another run. Oh, Junior's in the wall. Back down in front of the 7. Big save. A huge save. That had the intentions of being a nasty and huge accident. Fincham's got to run on the outside now. Junior really lost a ton of momentum there. A risky block. He was clear, but pushed up a little too tight off of 4 into the wall. And now the Junior Motorsports Chevrolets on the bottom trying to keep up with Fincham and Bilicki on the outside. And they are side by side for the lead here at Daytona. Junior has the pole on the bottom, and he's back out in front by about a car length and a half. Junior got tight off of 4 again there. Didn't put it in the wall that time. I thought for a moment there Allgaier was going around as soon as he ran into the back of Junior after Junior went into the wall. Just wasn't the case. Another run by Fincham. Oh, we got a big push there from Bilicki in the 99. They stacked up a little further back by Gregson. Gregson's also getting pushed. With 3 wide from about 5th on back. Looks like about 6th on back. And again, there are a couple Junior Motorsports Chevrolets, 4 of which in the top 10. Oh, Junior tight again, and he loses the bottom. The car just shoved right up the track. Late in the run, he's just not able to hold a straight line in the center of the corner. And now Justin Allgaier is going to hop to the lead. And Allgaier moves up now in front of his teammate. Big run on the outside. Junior to the back bumper of his teammate Allgaier. Watch the inside. David Starr to the lead. At least by a bumper. Junior's all over the back of the 7. He's trying to help him out. 3 to go in the stage. Starr has cleared the 7. Junior gets shoved by the 9 into the 11. They stack up. Somehow they all drove out of it. Junior with a gigantic run now down the back straightaway again. What a run of 200 miles an hour. All over the back of David Starr. Junior went to go high. Starr blocks. They are coming to 2 to go in the stage. And the bumpers are locked by the 2 cars out in front of the field. Junior on the outside, and now that is where the preferred line is, at the front of the field, with David Starr trying to pull off an upset here in stage number 2. Junior, oh, watch the inside. Here comes Gregson. He tried to time it out, but he got tight again and nearly got into the wall. He didn't time it out well at all. Another shot to the back of the 6. Moves down in front of Gregson. He shoves David Starr out of the way. Gregson's not giving him enough help. The bumpers are not locked. And they are coming to the white flag this time. Now the bumpers are locked. Junior still hasn't cleared the 6 car now. Nope, still can't clear him. Final lap of the stage. Junior led at the line. David Starr is sticking around. This has the intentions to be a photo finish when they get back to the line. The aggressive side drafting going on in turns 1 and 2. Gregson again locks bumpers with his team owner and teammate of Dale Jr. down the back straightaway. A massive run into turn 3. Starr went down the track to side draft Jr. Big run now. Jr. takes the lead in turns 3 and 4 for himself. Gregson all over him. He can't make a move. Starr side drafts him back. And Dale Jr. is going to win stage 2 at Daytona, hanging on to lead the final 2 laps of the stage by the time he got back out in front. Another wild finish to the end of a stage here tonight, and that leaves us with 40 laps to go heading into the final stage at Daytona. Brett Cullen, Shen Grawl, welcome to the stream. We are seeing some great racing here tonight. 13 people watching, 9 people have hit the like button. So hit that like button, but most importantly, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, again, for more daily NASCAR content. We do these full race live streams with a realistic broadcast on the daily as I start my young broadcasting career. So pit stops once again here today at Daytona. Doesn't look like anybody else took tires. It looked like fuel only under that stop. Second pit stop of the day. 37 to go as we go green in the final stage. Junior now will restart back in the middle of the pack. Trying to push Brandon Brown. Brown almost took it 3 wide up the middle. And Junior quickly hops to the bottom in front of his teammate Michael Lynette. We haven't seen much of today. Been mainly mid-pack all race, which is a dangerous situation. Wow, I don't know how Junior is able to sneak to the bottom underneath Brown. Look at this, they're already all 3x3 down the back. Big bobbling in the center of the pack by the 68. He was not stable going into 3. Lost ground, but he does hang on. Now the fresh tires by Junior versus everybody else that took fuel only is only going to matter as far as the handling of the race car goes. Everybody else might be a little less stable, and I think that's why you saw Brown wiggling already on the restart when they were going 3 wide. If you ain't first, you're last, indeed. Oh, a little contact there. Jeff staying a little too close for comfort. Trying to pin Junior down on that double yellow line and side draft, and they are 3 wide. Hemrick's on the outside. He sets a Junior Motorsports sandwich on the Colleague Racing 10 car. As he tries to catch up to his teammate Haley, who's up here in the top 10. Junior got tight. Washed up the track right into the side of the 08 of Joe Graff Jr. Shake and bake, welcome to the stream. Yeah, okay, I didn't even see that. That will explain the if you're not first, you're last comment there by Diamond Jeff. Oh, well, there we go. Now I see it by him. But thanks for joining the stream. Top 5 pull. Oh, wow, a 7 got loose that time. A snake accordion line down the back straightaway with the top 5. Leader is Noah Gregson. No surprise, he's been strong here tonight. Really proved that in stage 2. We haven't seen Harrison Burton up front all night, but he's there now. Big run by Junior to the bottom, 3 wide for third. Most important laps of the race here. These guys are going to be good to go on fuel to the end as well. Josh Williams in the 92 is up to second. He wants to pull off an upset here tonight. Oh, contact. Burton and Junior. Joe Nemechek in the top 5. Another push. Is he going to get underneath the 20? He tries. Barely had enough room to do it. Trying to clip the apron quite a bit going into 3, but he stays to the inside. He's trying to get a draft off his teammate Gregson, but now Gregson goes high. Line is stalled out again. Junior has to remain in 4th. Burton might be able to get underneath the 92 car there. Nope, not quite. He stacked up. Junior again to the inside of Burton. He's going to move up to 3rd this time. Yes, he will. Now gives a shove to the back of the 92. Mel B, welcome to the stream. Big line on the outside. Oh, wow. Williams got hung out to dry. It looked like he was going to be followed by not only Dale Jr., but Harrison Burton as well. Jr. instead went low into 3, and Burton followed him down in front of the 6 of Star, who nearly won stage 2. So he's got a pretty strong car tonight as well. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream. Second night straight at Daytona. Again, we saw the Cup Series here last night for the Coke 0400, and here tonight the Firecracker 250 for the Xfinity Series. First race of a doubleheader here on a Thursday evening, going into Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be running a full race live stream again for the Xfinity Series as we go to Darlington. So tune in for that one. For the Sports Clip 200. It'll be a lot of fun there. A nice little short sprint race, much like this one. Top 2 Junior Motorsports Chevrolets at the front of the field with 31 laps to go at Daytona. Wow, Junior had a big run trying to get underneath the 9, and he couldn't do it. Gregson really pinched him off there. He does not want to give up a chance to win this race. Of course, Gregson won in real life at Daytona in the season opener in 2020. Again, Junior kind of bobbled in the center of the corner. It seems like he gets loose in the center in the beginning of the run, and then as the run carries on, he just slowly gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Junior's got another big run to the back of Gregson. Looks slow, trying to get on the left rear corner panel. Side drafting him enough. Oh, that was a big pull into 3. A ginormous pull. Junior made that run all by himself. But now he can't complete the passes. Gregson holds on. Gregson's been really good on the outside today. Oh, Burton almost went up to follow Gregson. David Starr does, and at the line, I think Junior led the lap. It was close. They about banged door to door there in the tri-oval. And Burton is going to push Dale Jr. clear out in front of the pack now. As Burton now dukes it out for second with Noah Gregson. Next Cup race for NASCAR Heat 5 will be Saturday for the Southern 500 at Darlington. It's going to be the first race of the playoffs for the Cup Series. And then we are running the Cup Series tomorrow, but on NASCAR Thunder 04. So NASCAR Thunder 2004 stream tomorrow at Darlington. And that starts at 5 Eastern Standard Time. So it was late in the stages where we nearly saw a big one both in Stage 1 and Stage 2. We have survived the night up to this point. And remember, we did survive the night for the most part. Yes, we had 7 cautions last night in the Cup race, but they were all single-car incidents. Really, we didn't see any of the accidents happen anywhere around us either. We've had 2 accidents tonight, both single-car accidents, and they're both out of the race. One at lap 6 and then one with 59 to go in Stage 2. Looks like Landon Castle's out of the race. I can't tell who the other driver is. Oh, Austin Hill, that's right. So Austin Hill and Landon Castle are out of the race. No, doubleheader today, not tomorrow. Well, unless I crash out of the Darlington Thunder 04 race early, then I guess we would, but no guarantees there. .26 to go. We are getting down to it. About 3/4 of the way home. Gregson's been up front for the entirety of the second half of this race. Or near the front if he's not leading. And he's so good on the outside. We're just waiting for him to get a run, and now he's got the run. His Junior bobbled off a 2. He's got Joe Nemechek in the 47 right behind him. Burton's being pushed by another Junior Motorsports Chevrolet of Michael Lynette. One of those cars try to get wider on the outside after they get the side draft and they try to get away from the cars on the bottom is really where they get a huge run, and Junior seems to lose the lead when that happens unless they're just 3 wide and he just can't block all 3 lanes at the same time is about the only other time where that's the case. .24 to go. Knowing the Junior Motorsports Chevrolets have been really strong as a team tonight, it could come down to 2 of those drivers trying to win this race. And as of right now, it looks like it'd be Dale Jr. and Noah Gregson. But Annette has shown a strong car from time to time as well. He's come and gone through the pack. We've seen Hemrick in the top 10. It's not as often. And Justin Allgaier had a fast car in the first half of the race. I haven't seen much of him in the second half, especially in this final stage. But he is around somewhere as well. Because all 34 cars that are still on the track are on the lead lap and all in this lead pack. He'll be back in 34th right now and still have a shot to win it. Oh, Gregson faked high, went low. That's going to give Joe Nemechek the advantage on the outside now. I believe that's Justin Haley behind him. No, it's not. It's Joe Graff Jr. in the 08. My bad on that one. That's the thing, though, with how hard the junior motorsport cars have raced each other today. They got to make sure at least one of them goes to victory lane at the end of the race, just to make it an overall A+ on the team effort, and at least, again, to get the team a win here tonight. I think that's why Junior's more trying to block the top than the bottom right now, because if Gregson gets to the lead, at least there's still a junior motorsport car out in front of the field, versus if Nemechek got to the lead, then they're going to have to work as a team to try and get back around it. See Austin Cindric in the mix as well. He's got a couple wins this season. Yeah, we've had some good races at Sonoma on Heat 5. The Infineon race was kind of chaotic on Thunder 04, but it was good up until the departure midway through the race. 21 to go as these laps continue to wind down. Big run by Nemechek. Junior able to block. Junior hugging that bottom lane. Wow, Nemechek really faded back in 3 and 4. He tries to regain that momentum once again. 20 laps to go here at Daytona tonight. Oh, Cindric hangs out Gregson to the middle. And Cindric goes 3 wide now for second. And now Cindric is shuffled out of line. Here comes Alex LeBay on the inside. They are 3 by 3 from second on back. Chastain's that third car on the inside. Watch out for him. He's had a strong car, especially being a push car tonight. I'm pushing someone else to the lead. Annette is in line right behind LeBay. LeBay moves high. Now Gregson's going to get a run on the bottom. Big block there by Junior on LeBay through the tri-oval. We've got a good one on our hands. Nemechek's got a pretty good run on the outside, but as soon as he got into 3, it stalled out. He's got nobody behind him anymore, that's why. So he's desperately trying to side draft in the corners, because it seems like whoever tends to be on the outside just kind of moves down. LeBay's got a run. Big block by Junior. He gives up the bottom. And here comes Michael Annette to take the lead. Well, at least it was a Junior Motorsport car he gave the lead up to, and that was the idea if Junior did lose the lead. Tries to cut down in front of Chastain to hold on to 4th, and that just shot the top 3 a little bit further out ahead of the pack. Junior now to the back of Jesse Little, and the top 4 have separated from the rest of the pack. We're going to alternate to the different camera angles one final time in today's race. Another 60-degree day. Yeah, I think it actually got up to 52 today. Yeah, where I live, so that's like ridiculously high for December in Northwest Ohio. Can't believe it. I think it's supposed to be like in the mid-50s the next couple days still, too. It's insane. I'd go golfing if I didn't take like 3 or 4 weeks off already from it. I'd be so bad as soon as I go out there. I don't want to go out there for a couple days just to have that happen. Otherwise I would. If I was playing consistently still, then yes. I definitely want to go indoor golfing though pretty soon here. Can swing back. I've started to work out again, so I'm working on my game this offseason, trying to increase a little bit of velocity. Top two are starting to pull away a little bit more. Junior to the outside of Jesse Little, trying to side draft him and maybe get a run on Matt Mills in the 5. Is he going to be able to clear the 4 of Little? No, he's not. That was a bad move there by Junior. He went just a little too early, but he is able to pull down in front of Chastain. That is now going to bring this second group back to the front group. Now Little goes high. Cuts right back down in front of Dale Jr. Little to the outside. Junior goes high as well. Ross Chastain also on the top. Junior again to the inside of Jesse Little. Chastain stays high. Brandon Jones is now in the picture. Remember, Jones started at the back today. He did qualify second, but we haven't really seen him up towards the front. Junior up to third as he has cleared Jesse Little. Golf with the... Yeah, next time I'm at a golf course, when I go to an actual racetrack, I need to, for sure. I don't know how to do that without disturbing. I almost got to play with Austin Dillon at Kentucky, and that's only because he was on the same course as me at the same time. But I didn't see him when I was there, unfortunately. Austin Dillon and Richard Childress are there, I guess, said the lady working in the clubhouse. Oh, wow, Junior shoved tight. Trying to make a move on Matt Mills, and he went just a little too early. Ducks in line behind him. Jesse Little still back there in fourth. Brandon Jones again in the top 5 now. 13 laps to go in stage 3, the final stage of the race, the most important laps of the race. Matt Mills, can he pull off an upset today and get himself in the playoffs? That would be insane. He's in second place late, trying to make a move with the 2 junior motorsport cars up at the front of the field. It's going to make it tough for him. He's going to need help. Big side draft there by Junior again, trying to make a run on Mills. And again, he just can't clear him. And again, hops in line, third place on the inside between the 5 and the 4 car. Now he's trying to push Mills. Junior wants to win this race for himself, but if he doesn't, Michael Annett would be a worthy candidate for him and his team. Package just really spaced apart here all of a sudden. And again, Junior looks to the inside of Mills, can't quite make the move. And that kind of went up, trying to break the draft a little bit. Now Junior gets underneath Matt Mills as Mills came off the bottom just enough. And Dale Jr. is up to second place. Mills can't hop in line either. And Jesse Little may be trying to pull off an upset and get into the playoffs. He's up to third. It's going to be tough to break these JR Motorsports Chevrolets, though, at the front of the field. Stick with the normal camera for the rest of the race. 11 laps to go. Junior got a little tight again, washed up the track. It seemed like he was starting to get a run on the net. He can get close, but he's going to need help from cars behind him. Little down to block Brandon Jones. Almost made contact, it looked like. The top 2 have pulled away as they are pushing one another. Junior maybe trying to loosen up Michael Annett simply by pushing him. 10 to go. Top two getting way out ahead of the rest of the pack as Junior continues to push ahead as they go to the outside. I think Junior's setting him up to maybe make a pass. Waiting for the inside line to come. They're just not close enough yet. Well, now they are. Little's all over the back. It is a train game now down the back straightaway. And now the top three are on the outside. Jones in fourth goes low. Not as much of a run. Junior's trying to time it out perfect. Now he goes to the inside. He saw Jones had a run. He might have went down low too early, though. No, he's there. Side by side for the lead at the line. And now a push coming from the 19. Junior out in front here at Daytona. Brandon Jones with the push. Taking the lead away now from his teammate Michael Annette. See, the problem with making it a two-car breakaway, if I tried to do that for the rest of the race, is that I wouldn't have been able to make a move for myself. And that's where the greed comes into play. When it comes to these super speedway races. Eight laps left. Annette's got another run on the outside. Junior sees it. Kind of checked them up, and Annette slowly fades back. There's only two cars on the top lane now. Is anybody else going to move high down the back straightaway? Yes, behind them at least. Looks like Harrison Burton's trying to charge up through the field again. Jones maybe looking high. Nope, goes back to the inside, not wanting to make the move yet. He's got to wait for that outside line to really get a run. Then he's got to hop up in front of him. But we got a big side draft on the 19. Really pulled Jones back away from the 8 car. And he's still side drafting him now in turns 1 and 2. We'll have to see if Annette gets a big run down the back straightaway. Not quite. Not yet, at least. Boy, if that was Gregson, I bet he'd be able to make a move up there. Gregson's probably had the best car on the outside line all day today. Ross Chastain back in the top 5. He's been a good push car. Have to watch out for him as well. Jones again looked to go high. Now is not the time as Mills has worked himself back into the top 3. He is third in line on the inside. Chastain now looking high. I thought he was going to go behind Annette, thought better of it, and Annette continues to go backwards. Who's going to try to gang up on Dale Jr.? Chastain almost trying to work the middle lane. Mills up the block. Now Jones goes high with the push from Mills. Mills jumps to the inside. Really side drafted quite a bit. Chastain shuffles the 5 out of line now. 3 wide. For second place, Junior now has to block 3 lanes as they're off of turn 4. The 5 side drafting both the outside and the inside line. Boy, that got spaced out pretty quickly. 5 laps to go. Coming down to it, Jones with a run. Another block by Junior, and again back to the inside to block Chastain. Mills starting to go backwards again. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. It is Ross Chastain in second. He's been a good push car today. But can he lead himself to the lead? To try and win this race. Jones again trying to get the outside to work. You know he's got speed. He did qualify second. Haven't seen him up towards the front a lot. I think he was waiting for the end of the race. Jones has not led a single lap all day long. But he's up front, or towards the front at least late. 4 to go. And Mills again is still in it. He is behind Jones on the outside. Junior's car got a little tight again in 1 and 2, but he was able to hold on to the lead. Didn't move up the track as drastically as we have seen earlier. Alex LeBay, by the way, is in line behind Chastain. CJ McLaughlin's up in the top 5 currently, now back to 6. Mills trying to give a push to Jones. There's just not enough cars on that outside lane right now. They got to stack up again. We saw it stacked up for a moment when they were 3 wide, but then that was it. It only lived on for about a half a lap. I don't think the 3 wide action's done yet, though. 3 to go now. And will we stay green to the end of the race as well? Only had 2 cautions for incident today. None in the final stage. Last caution of the race yesterday came with 13 laps to go. David Starr trying to work himself in line. He is now just behind Mills. There are more cars on the outside all of a sudden. A lot more than what there has been the last couple laps. Jones fading back a little bit now. Is somebody going to make a move in front of him perhaps? Chastain thought about it. He stays low. 2 to go. Yes, overtime is possible. If they get to the white flag before a caution comes out, then the race is over. If we get a yellow on the white flag lap. Now Chastain moves high in front of Jones. LeBay on the bottom. He didn't go with Chastain. I don't think he had enough room to do it. Ross Chastain's getting a pole now. And Junior is blocking for his life again. Don't count Cindric out of it. He's taking the lead a couple times today. It's been a while, but he has led. Junior looking for redemption from Daytona earlier this season when he got passed on the last lap of the race. Try not to let that happen again. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. This is going to be it, whether it is the yellow or the checker that ends the race. Junior leads. LeBay trying to get a run on the inside now. He's got CJ McLaughlin in the 93 behind him. Chastain starting to fade back again on the outside. Off of turn 2, down the back. Jones trying to push. Ross Chastain, the 36, looks high. Junior up the block. Garrett Smithley on the bottom trying to get a run. Junior continues to try and block the outside lane. Smithley out of nowhere. Sorry, no, that's Colby Howard in the 15. Off of turn 4, working his way to second, but nobody has a big enough run to do it. Dale Jr. wins at Daytona. Dale Jr. has won at Daytona once again. And for the first time in the Xfinity Series since he did it in the 3 car. Almost a decade ago. And the classic slide through the grass is what I tried to do last night. It didn't work out very well, but it actually worked that time. Well, it didn't appear, but I did a 3 in the grass. It doesn't show up for whatever reason on this game. Might be able to do it on the actual logo. Hang on. Might be able to do it on the logo. Exactly. And you're just going to burn up the engine. Yeah, it doesn't show up on the logo either. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. It's too late. I already messed it up. I did it perfectly the first time. Oh, well. That's enough. Dale Jr. with the win at Daytona here tonight for the Firecracker 250. Let's take a look at the finishing results to today's race. Jr. again with the win. Only 72 minutes total time in the race today at Daytona. Alex LeBay finished in second, followed by Colby Howard third, C.J. McLaughlin fourth, and Austin Cindric rounds out the top five. Ross Chastain finished sixth. Matt Mills fell back to seventh. Brandon Jones fell back to eighth in the last lap and a half. Joe Graff Jr. finished ninth, and Jeff Green rounds out the top 10. Take a look at the two drivers at DNF today. As mentioned, Austin Hill DNF'd and Tommy Joe Martins DNF'd. I thought it was Landon Castle. I guess it was Tommy Joe Martins. We never really saw Castle in this race. That's why I wondered if it was him. Where did he finish? Oh, yeah, so Landon Castle finished 30th. So he was at the back most of the day. So Tommy Joe Martins, Austin Hill DNF'd in today's race. But another win on the season here for Dale Earnhardt Jr. And again, doing the points myself, Junior's already locked up the regular season championship. Take a look here just for a moment. I believe... Yeah, so 2 more races to go in the regular season. Darlington, then Richmond, and then we'll be in the playoffs for the Xfinity Series. The Darlington Xfinity race will be tonight. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the start time for that race, so tune in there. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we do these full race live streams with a realistic broadcast on the daily. Hit the like button down below if you haven't already. If you enjoyed this video, the commentary, the race in general, as we need to get this YouTube algorithm on our side here, and it will help a lot by hitting that like button. So that is going to do it here for this one. I will see you guys at Darlington later tonight for the Xfinity Series race there. 200-miler. Should be another quicker race for the Xfinity Series. Again, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later tonight. Have a good next couple hours.